What's going on, everybody? It's Aaron here. In this video, I was on a subscriber Q&A call with Jerome, who had a lot of questions about how to start an SMMA agency, especially if you're in a foreign country and you want to get US and UK clients. I also answered the question of, do you need a website for your SMMA agency? I go very in detailed about that, and also importantly, how to sell Facebook ads to local businesses, which is very, very important, especially if you want clients in this day and age. So yeah, he just contacted me through Facebook Messenger. Yeah, he's a fellow subscriber. He watched my videos, and he just contacted me asking for, a time to like answer a lot of his questions. So if you have questions about opening up an SMMA agency, whether they're big or small, it can be any question you want. Feel free to subscribe below. Make sure you subscribe, and then message me on Facebook and just saying, asking questions, and then we can set up a time that we can get on a Skype call together. And if you don't want your face shown at all in these videos, don't worry. I blur out all the faces and all that, if at your request. So if privacy is an issue for you, don't worry about that. I love doing this. I really, really like doing this. So I encourage you to do it. Don't be afraid. So enough of me yapping. Let's get on right to the video. And I promise also the audio quality is a lot better. It's still kind of meh, but it's not as annoying as the last one, since I know that audio quality was bad. So anyway, again, enough of me yapping. Let's get right into it.
Yeah. So, what questions do you have about Facebook ads? And then it does show your picture up here, but it's going to be blurred out. I'm going to blur it out for this video, so don't worry about that.
Okay, okay. Thanks for that.
Yeah. So, tell me, I just want to I just like to know how my subscribers find me, and thank you for doing this call with me. I really appreciate it. I'm glad I could be helping you out. But how did you find me on YouTube? Just out of curiosity.
Well, I'm just looking for SMMA, and I see some of the number one is for I was thinking first for the niche of dentist, and then I saw your post on YouTube. That's why, and then I see the way you teach SMMA is good on me. That's why I follow you, and every videos that you're posting, mostly I watch it.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you. So you just found me on search, so that's how most people find me. So,
Yeah.
awesome. So what are your questions? So what's your first question?
Well, actually, I've been studying the SMMA for almost 2 to 3 months.
Hmm.
But actually, I don't have any experience regarding online system. But my experience mostly is in real estate here in the Philippines. So I've been
Okay.
in the real estate for almost 7 to 8 years running right
Okay.
now.
Nice.
But I see the potentials of SMMA working at home and then earning big amount of money while using the platform. And the thing is, I watch a lot of videos and to how to start the SMMA agency. But my question is, still now, I don't know how to start. But actually, I do have some set of questions here. Number one is, what is the best skill to start an SMMA?
Well, yeah. So the best skill is definitely, learning Facebook ads in and out because I feel that a lot of people they want the clients, but they don't have the skills to keep those clients. So what happens a lot actually is the churn rate's pretty high, because people just don't know how to run Facebook ads the right way because they watch a video on YouTube and they think, oh, okay, I can do that. That's easy, and they may get the client and they may do it, and that's fine for like the first month. But since they don't know marketing, they don't know the strategy behind marketing, they just say like after 1 month the business owner comes like, okay, what other ideas do you have to get me more customers? And the ad stops getting leads, and then you're just there like, I don't know what to do. You go to find more YouTube videos, but they all retrospectively say the same thing, just do like a low cost offer, and then the client just eventually just cuts you off and doesn't pay you anymore, which you don't want. So the best thing you can do with your SMMA is not only know the platform of Facebook ads in and out, but just know about marketing in general. So just know like, what gets people to buy, know different strategies that you can use on a client so that way you can work with that client long term. So for example, for like the real estate industry, you may say, okay, let's do this home evaluation calculator online as a lead magnet, right? Let me take off my glasses because it's reflecting. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, sorry about that. but but yeah, they might. But then like once that home evaluation lead magnet, stops working or stops bringing in a lot of leads, or even if it still does, the business owner's gonna be like, okay, what else are you doing? And then you're gonna be like, the YouTube video didn't teach me that, so you're stuck, and then they're just gonna cut you off for the most part, right? So, like I said, just focus on developing different marketing strategies you can do, learning about different marketing strategies, learning about different ways to market to customers, so that way, but you get client, you can do multiple things, you can test multiple things, and you know what to test when you get the client, and you're not just doing this one ad, this one hit wonder ad, and then just getting cut off the next month. So that's my
Yeah.
recommendation. Do
Well,
you get what I'm saying?
yeah, because I when I watch a lot of YouTube gurus, they said that you need to first this one, and yeah, the good thing is, well, the first thing I need to do is mark study the marketing strategy and Facebook ad as well. Is
hmm
that correct?
Wait, repeat your question. So just study the Facebook marketing strategy.
Yeah. Well, what I need to start is to what do you call this? To study first the marketing strategy before the Facebook ads or something like that.
Um, yeah. So you just wanna have like a basic foundation of your marketing, just a basic foundation of marketing, just a basic knowledge of that. That's
Mm-hmm.
step number one. And then you do want to know the Facebook platform in and out as well, because there's nothing worse than you're trying to do something for a client, the client's literally watching you, and then you just like, oh, how do I create an ad set? And you can't just go onto YouTube and like quickly look at a YouTube video like right in front of your client, you know that, right? So yes, learn the psychology of marketing, do that first, then um, learn the Facebook platform, watch, use it a little bit, like make a test ad, make a blank ad, don't put any money through it, just to get your feet wet with marketing on Facebook. So yeah,
Uh,
so make sure you
yeah,
know the Facebook platform very well, because especially if someone's paying you money to do it, they expect you to be an expert, or they expect you to know what you're doing to make them more money back. And if you show slight incompetence, that's going to lead them to lose their trust in you. And if they lose their trust in you, then they're not going to pay anymore. So does that
yeah,
answer your
yeah.
question?
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. That's cool.
Okay, cool.
The question and my second question is, well, I'm from Philippines and then I'm targeting clients from the the US or UK or something like that.
Yeah.
So actually, you haven't answered me on YouTube, right? On that questions. Question is, do I really need to have a website or to
Ooh,
start an
yeah.
SMMA or
Oh yeah, this is
oh
gonna.
yeah, yeah.
I've been thinking about making a video about this. So the short answer is you don't really need a website, but it's going to be harder for you to get clients if you don't have a website. So let me explain why. So the reason why you would want to have a website is to help build trust with the potential client, especially with people from like out of the country and like in different countries and stuff like that, and not in like the local area, um, and not in the local area. Uh, People are gonna have a lot harder time trusting you. Like even just like a random person just cold emailing you saying, "Hey, I can market your business. Give me your information," stuff like that. It's going to be a lot harder to gain their trust without a website. And the website can be simple. Like I have a website. I just recently made one, and it took me like an hour to build, and it looks pretty nice. I just did it through Wix, and it's pretty affordable, pretty cheap. But you want a website to help build trust, so that way your client, the prospective client, doesn't think you're just gonna like a fly by night type of person, that like you're actually there, you're actually somewhat established, and it builds a lot of trust if you have a website. And most businesses in this day and age have a website of some shape or form. And so I'm guessing now, like in 2020, since digital marketing is getting more and more popular, there's a lot more competition because of low barrier to entry. Having a website, like 70% of the other digital marketers don't have a website. And you can still get clients, you can still gain their trust, but you'll you'll be a lot more of an authority figure, and you'll gain their trust a lot easier if you actually do have a website and you do have like a blog as well. If you want, that's kind of optional, but the more content you have, the more of an authority figure that you will be, and the easier it is for clients to actually trust you and work with you. So short
Uh,
answer is you don't need one, but it will
but
help
I
a lot.
Yeah, but on my case, I don't have any experience yet. What do I need to put uh on the website, blogs or something?
Okay,
Because I don't
yeah.
have any experience.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you don't have any experience, then you want to focus mostly. Like, if you're, we're going on the path of you building a website. You want to focus on content then. So you want to have that blog post. Doesn't have to be like long post. You can. What I usually do is just take my YouTube videos that I've done and just transcribe them, and that's my blog post. You can even just do a voice recorder and then get that voice recorder transcribed for like $1 per minute. It's actually very cheap and very affordable. But you just want more and more content. So you can do content of like the biggest questions that real estate. My assumption is that you're gonna go after real estate agents for a niche.
No. I was looking for at least beauty niche like
Oh yeah, yeah, you were talking
yeah,
about
the
the
dentist or the salon. I
yeah, yeah.
guess that one will be more accurate to give a result for client rather than as my view.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so just do blog posts about like how to run Facebook ads for beauty's clients, or like what they need to do, set up like how would they set up the targeting. You can do like a blog post about thinking off the top of my head, um, the best Facebook ad campaigns for beauty salons to get to get more customers. You can do a lot of things about the copywriting to attract people to the beauty salon. So like just do blog posts of content that you know very well, that you know can actually help the business owner of the beauty salon. Um, help them out if they're actually looking to run Facebook ads. So content is one thing, and then your website should just be mainly focused on the benefits that you would offer, and don't focus so heavily on the features. Focus mainly on the benefits. So, for example, and a benefit would include, by working with me, your beauty salon is going to be filled with appointments, and you don't have to worry about going out there and networking, or paying for expensive TV ads or something like that. Don't just say
Uh,
features saying that, like, oh, I can do Facebook ads. That's a feature. You want to say the benefit. You want to think of a benefit as, if they work with you, what's their end result going to be? Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
their
yeah.
revenue is going to go up, their profits going to go up, they're going to have more customers, they're not going to have to worry anymore, they're not going to have to think at sit down on the table night thinking, oh, how am I going to get more customers? By saying, by working with me, Jerome, you're going to get lots of customers. So yeah,
Yeah,
something along
get
those
it.
lines.
Yeah, and what for now? What is the best or cheapest web domain that possible that we may use to have a website or the
Um,
friendliest website domain?
yeah, so I'm actually, though, I just used Wix because it honestly, Wix sites, it's very easy to just paste everything, and it's easy to like navigate and customize it. Um, the cheapest, I am not exactly sure. I think Bluehost is. I know people will use that a lot for blogs, so I'm assuming that would be the cheapest. But I know Wix. I know Wix is very inexpensive. Jesus. Wix is very
Yeah,
inexpensive.
quite expensive rather than the. Well, I already have experience in WordPress.
Yeah, so
Using
I
the
would honestly just use a platform that you know very well, and if money is really an issue for you, I'm sure there's like free websites that you can use and make, but they probably have a lot of blocked features and stuff like that that
Yeah.
really hold you back. But I'm sure with like a Google search, you can find, the cheapest website design um, you can you can get.
Yeah.
But I personally use Wix because it was just I'm not a website designer at all. I focus on Facebook ads, but it was very easy for me to design the website, and I've gotten already a lot of compliments on the websites from people who just visited, and yeah.
Yeah.
So take
Well, I just.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
keep,
Okay.
keep going. Well, I was
I
just take one
use
after.
the WordPress, free website WordPress,
Okay.
but the thing is, I can't put some Facebook pixel on the free website on the
Oh yeah.
WordPress.
Okay.
That's why I was thinking if I
If
well
there's anything else.
yeah
Yeah.
the Facebook pixel.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I would assume that most website hosters would make you pay for something for tracking, since tracking is so powerful, especially with Facebook ads. Um. Yeah. So I would just assume that if you want to install the Facebook Pixel, you're gonna have to pay in some way. So I mean, if I'm sure if you do some digging, you can possibly find something.
Yeah.
But
Well.
the website thing, I'm not the strongest in like finding which website domain is cheapest. I just chose Wix because I've seen it before, I've used it before, and I'm like, you know what, might as well just try it. And they offered a free domain when I bought an annual subscription, and like it just seemed like the best decision for me. But um if you do the research, you'll find something.
Yeah, maybe you should have to. I should go to Google for something like that. And well, for a beginner, what is the best approach for the clients? Like for example, I'm not into a cold calling or video
Yeah,
call.
yeah. Cold
I
calling
I
is
will.
yeah. Keep going. Sorry, cut you
Well,
off.
I watch your YouTube on. I watch your uh what do you call this? How to get a client on Facebook Messenger. So I
Yeah,
guess
yeah. That's
that
my
will
one of my most
be
popular videos.
the best way for me to approach a client, or
Yeah.
what message will it be for them?
Yeah, so the thing is, sorry, just give me a second. Cold
Okay.
messaging, um, it has worked, as you saw in the video. It can work, but you still have to do it like a good amount of times. So I would recommend. I want to try out this new strategy as well. I just haven't had time to do it, but a cold messaging strategy you could do is just comment on something, like say, hey, this was a great post that I saw, and just make a comment about it, and then see if they respond. So like, let's say they make a Facebook post recently, and it was actually like it's a blog post. That's what most businesses use their Facebook page for. And then say,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I just read the blog post. Talk about the blog post, and then ask a question that relates to the blog post, but also relates to marketing in some way. So, for example, you can let's say you're okay. Let's stick with the beauty salon. Let's say they have a blog post that said 5 tips to increase the volume of your hair. So you read the blog post. You can say, "Hey, I just saw your blog post on 5 ways to improve the volume of your hair. I thought this was awesome. um have what results have you seen from this blog post? Like, do have you gotten new customers with this new blog post? Just ask a question that's relating to marketing, and if they respond to it, great. And then they'll probably say something like, oh yes, we've gotten a lot of responses, no we haven't. And if they respond with, no we haven't gotten a lot of customers, just say, well, did you know that you can just run this blog post as a Facebook ad, and um, you can run this post as a Facebook ad and use that ad to get more customers, right? And
Yeah.
then you can say something like, "I can show you how to do this if we hop on like a call, and if we hop on a call, set up a time and day. I can show you step by step how to run this as an ad." That's one way you can do it. the other way is just follow exactly what I did in the video. I found that method now is it's kind of being overused at the moment. It's not because it's like a debate and switch, but it's just like people are I'm starting to get replies saying like, oh, this is another marketing message, is it? So I feel that that method could still work. It still definitely has for me. It's got me some more calls, but I feel like now it's more engaging with the person first, and then once you engage that person, find a problem that find a way that they can benefit from that engagement you offered. So like that blog post or that Facebook post, or maybe you saw something else from another site. Maybe you explored their website and you found something wrong. Maybe you explored their website and they have a deal that they're not promoting. Just comment on it and then see what they respond back, and then just say, hey, I can help you do this. Let's set up a time to book a session where I can show you step by step how to do this for free. And then you're a lot more likely to get a yes. But
Oh.
just saying this right now, that's just best case scenario. A lot of businesses are still gonna, say no, even if you have the greatest intentions. Jesus, I need to block that somehow. Even if you have like the greatest intentions, um, you're still going to get a lot of no's. So just be prepared for that, and keep going at it, keep trying. But I really highly recommend doing networking events. I don't know if you've seen like my BNI video, because getting a lot of I've been booking a lot of warm calls doing that, because I realized that face-to-face interaction is so much more valuable than just a cold message or a cold call to the business, because they actually see your face. And I'm probably going to make a video about this soon, because if you talk with them and you demonstrate that you really know what you're doing really well, they are going to be very interested, and they are going to want to like book a time to call with you. And of course, there's some people who are, they say they're going to book a time to call with you, and then you reach out to them and they don't respond. That's just the nature of it. But I feel that, especially now, since cold messaging and cold calling are still very, very ineffective, and the low barrier to entry, a lot more people are doing it, and especially because the gurus are like pushing cold calling and pushing cold emailing, because they just think that, oh, eventually someone's going to say yes to them, which is true in that case. But I feel that networking is a lot more personal, a lot more powerful, and you can get a lot more calls quickly that way. So I
Oh.
know I just spilled a lot of info there. So were you able to get that? Do you want me to repeat everything? Anything?
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I get it. Thanks.
Yep.
Uh. Well, once that you get a client, talk to the client, and you already set the meeting. Question is, what do I need to prepare for client presentation? Do you have well, I guess I don't know if you do have a template for the presentation for the clients that if you're going to meet for
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Most of the time when I'm talking with a client, I do it over the phone. So I don't have a presentation. So pretty much how I talk to clients in these meetings is I ask them a bunch of questions, and then I will dip in a little bit of my advice about digital marketing in general based on those questions. And then I also interject saying that, oh, if I worked with you, I would do this and I would be able to help you in this category. So, for example, let's say you have a meeting with the beauty salon. So I would ask questions like, what why are you thinking about studying digital marketing? Why now? Because if they have a meeting with you, they're interested in digital marketing some way. So you want to know why they're interested in digital marketing some way. Usually it's like, oh, my competitors are doing it, so I know I need to do it. I need to find a new way to grow. So I want to explore this avenue. I realize the power of Facebook and of Facebook ads. So I want to get started on it, but I don't have the time to, learn it. So you want to ask questions like that. You want to ask other questions. You want to ask is what's their current revenue, and where
Hmm.
do they want to be within the next 3 to 6 months. So what's their 6 month revenue? What's their 12-month revenue? And then once you ask that question, you want to ask, how do you think that they're going to get there? And also along that, say, if you do what you're currently doing now, do you honestly think you can reach your goal? 95% of people who I've asked this question to say no, that they know that they need to do something else to reach their goal. If they, I guess, like on the off chance they say, oh yeah, what we're doing will actually help us grow, then honestly, then I don't know why they're in a meeting with you if they've already have a path of growing. But if they actually do say that, just you could say something like, well, why then you're setting the bar too low. So you should definitely set the bar higher to see so that way you can grow more. If you're already expecting to grow and you want to add digital marketing, you expect it to go higher. But like you can expect to go higher when you add digital marketing. But most people will say no, that they don't have any idea what to do. And then I also ask, what do you expect from me? Like, what would you want me to do? So,
Yeah.
like, if I say, like, oh, what's the biggest thing that you want me to accomplish? If we decide to work together, never really imply that you already work with the person. To say like, oh, if we work together, what would we apply to do?
We
What
work
would you
together.
expect me to what would you expect me to accomplish? And then they're gonna tell you like, hey, I want leads and I want, they're gonna tell you what they really expect from you and what they really want. And another question you can ask is, let me think. Ask specific information about their business. So, for example, just be like, um, how many customers are you currently getting? How are you currently marketing? Is it working? Is it not working? What makes you guys unique? So this one I really like asking because it it can really help your marketing strategy for them. So you can say
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, what makes you unique compared to all the other beauty salons out there? They'll tell you, and then you can say, okay, we can use that uniqueness in a Facebook ad to help you generate more customers, help you generate more leads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, so ask a question like that, and I think one more good question you can ask is, let me think. Uh, what do you?
Well, do I need to promise to them that okay, after this conversation, I can give you this kind of customer or this kind of leads or
Yeah,
something?
so I would be careful with that. So that's like in the expectations what they expect.
Yeah.
But I would be careful with promising them like, oh, I'm gonna get you this many leads and this many stuff. What you can do a bunch of math. You can just be like, okay, what's your marketing budget? And then if you know the beauty salon average of leads, like the dollar amount of leads, you can do a bunch of calculations and just be like, okay, if you want to spend $1,000 on ads, cost per lead for a beauty salon is let's say it's $100. Just for example's sake, I doubt it's that high. That means that I can get you at least 10 leads, and out of those 10 leads, let's say it's a 20% um, lead to actual customer. So I can get you two customers on average. So I guess if you do want to guarantee stuff, use something like that. Have a system of like, okay, you can expect this with this kind of budget in this kind of KPI, and this is how many leads that we expect to get you. And then make sure you say, I'm obviously going to try to get you a lot more leads. And if I'm getting you less, we're going to sit down together and figure out what's not working. So that way we
Yeah.
can get you to that above average range.
Yeah.
So most of the time, if you ask all the questions and you dip in a little bit more of your answers to it, I'm probably gonna make a video about all this stuff.
Oh,
Um,
it's good.
then they're going to ask for the price because they will ask like how much are you gonna charge for your service, and then I still I still get scared when I tell them my price. And
Yeah.
usually, no matter what you say, you can say it's $2. They're always gonna say that price is too high. They're always gonna have some objection to the price. Like I remember to this recent person I was talking to. I said my price, and he was like, "Oh, I was expecting it for only $100," and I'm just like, "Oh, yeah, no," because you have to just um set them straight and just be like, "This is an investment, and I know what I'm talking about when I'm doing this stuff, so you can be sure that your money is going to the right hands, it's not going to be wasted." But most of them are gonna like not agree with the price for the most part. So you have to be prepared for objections. So the most common one you're gonna hear is, "Oh, I have to go think about it. That price is too high," and
Yeah.
those are the two most common. I'll probably make another. There's so many video topics that can come up from this. I'll probably make another video of
Okay.
how to handle other objections. So if they ever say, "I'm thinking about it," just ask, "What are you thinking about?" And maybe we can think about it together so that way we can both come up with a solution, because I don't want you to think about something without me being there, because I could answer that question right now. And then they'll usually tell you like, "Oh, the budget's not in," and stuff like that. And if they say that the price is too high, this is what I like to do. Let's say, for example, a beauty salon customer is, just for simplicity's sake, let's say you're going to charge these people $500 a month for your campaign management fee, and then another 500 to run their ads. So a total of $1,000, just for example's sake. Um, let's say that each beauty salon customer, that they keep their lifetime value. Let's say it's $200. So then you can say, okay, you think the price is too high right now, right? So let's say with all like the optimizations and stuff that you do, that you get them 5 customers that that's already paid for the marketing, and that's already paid for the ad, like that's already paid for your cost already by just getting 5 customers. And obviously you plan on getting them more customers. You say, I could average these amount of leads from the amount of the analytics you do. And if your lead close rate is very high, it's just me a matter of just bringing those leads into you. So you just want to justify it by saying that, hey, if I only give you 5 customers, or like the minimum amount of customers they need for it to pay for your services, and then
Mm.
once they take that with you, and then you get the more customers, they're obviously going to, you know, keep up the investment, or keep working with you. What you can also do is, let's say you usually charge 500, and they say, "Oh, I was expecting to spend 100." You can say something like, "Okay, you know what? I really want to work with you. You seem like a really cool guy. You seem like a really cool client to work with." It makes you actually like the person for the most part too, as well. Um,
Mm.
you could say, "How about this? For the first month, I'll go down to 250 for my campaign management fee, and then once I get you rolling, I'm going to increase the price to, my standard price, because by that time I've already gotten you that much amount of money. So to like actually like cover those costs, I've actually gotten you those customers." So you can just go down on the first month and then see how it goes from there. But you have to make sure that you actually, wow them and give them a lot of value. Because, if you just barely make over the cut, then they're going to be like, "Yeah, this isn't worth it." And then they're going to cut you off from that. But if you really do wow them and you really do get them a lot of customers, which if you really know Facebook ads well, you should, then they're gonna pay the full price, because like, okay, like, well, I've already made 3 times that amount with your help. I'm gonna pay you your full price, and keep getting those leads coming in. So those are 2 different strategies that you can possibly do.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
uh,
so
yeah, okay.
uh so if in case mostly some guru said the 1500s will go for the your service, and at the same time that's the ad spend, right?
um Yeah, it depends how you want to do it. So you could say the 1,500 is maybe 1,000 for yourself, and then 500 for the ad spend. For local businesses, you don't have to like have like a huge marketing budget, but most affluent niches, then they'll be able to pay the 1,500 plus ad spend.
Okay.
But that's something that you have to talk about. If you feel more comfortable, and the lower your price, the more likely you're gonna get that client. So if you feel more comfortable and then
Mm,
if you feel better by just charging 1,500 for everything, including the ad spend, then go ahead and do that.
okay. Well, as a beginner, mostly some guru or they are asking, and then I saw your video regarding the free service for the first
Oh, free
the free
trial.
trial. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, is for how many days or weeks will be possible if you're going to give a free trial for a client's is it a
So
1 week or 2 weeks or and how much the ad spend or the cost that we're going to pay for have a result?
yeah, so the free trial depends mostly how fast you can get the results. Obviously, the longer the better, but don't go like I said in the video. Don't do a free month because that's way too long.
Yeah.
I say 2 weeks is a good one because that should be getting them a lot of leads at that point. And they should be making money by that time with all your Facebook ads optimizations and stuff. For the ad spend, uh, usually they will pay for it. They will pay for the ad spend. Um, but if you want to and if you can, because it makes it even easier on them, I would offer some money. So say like, okay, I'll pay for the first 20, 30, $40 in ad spend. And then once that happens, you guys can pay for the rest of the ad spend. And then that should make it easier to actually get that free trial. Um, but I guess overall, like with running Facebook ads, it depends again on the local business itself and the cost per lead. So I always like to start out with like $10 a day, between with the campaign, and since you only have 2 weeks, you want to get and you want to get leads for them very fairly quickly. That's when I recommend you kind of do that one hit wonder ad, because once they get that one hit wonder, they're gonna want more, and then you can apply all the marketing strategy. You can apply all this different stuff that you know about marketing to get them even more customers in the long term.
Okay. So possible like for example at least 100 or 200 in a week for the client that will be okay.
Yeah, that should be fine for the most part. And again, if they're like hesitant about that, just say, let's say with your $100, I can possibly get you, 20 leads. And those 20 leads, let's say 10 of them show up, and um, each appointment is worth $20. So 10 times 20 is 200 that pays for the ad spend. So you can say
Okay.
something. So you can say something like that. You can use math and logic like that to justify that the ad spend, and also try to
Mm-hmm.
bring in some emotion because people buy with emotion. And you can just say, what are you gonna do if you don't do this free trial, if you don't do something different with digital marketing? Like, do you think your business can actually still thrive and still grow without this type of strategy? And then I also like to say there's like a big learning curve with it, because there actually really is. If you want to do it really well and for a long time, there's a big learning curve that you need to know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so you can say that like you don't as a business and as a business you want to focus on your business, not on marketing it on Facebook and learning the marketing, because that at that point they're losing time. They're losing they're losing they're potentially growing their business on their end and running their business well if they're focused on the digital marketing aspect, because that does take time, research, and resources that the business may not have time to implement.
Yeah. And uh for 2 weeks trial or 1 week trial, how many posts that we need to post so we can
So like
get
how
some
many ads
result for
you're
that?
gonna want to run?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the marketing strategy that you come up with in the first place. So
Oh.
what I would do is maybe just do two different ads or two different variants. Just test two different things,
Two.
and don't make it simple. The thing is with Facebook, a lot of people like to do these complicated hoopla, like intricate, like cell biology type of like Facebook ad campaigns. The simpler you have your Facebook ad campaign, the better. So just do a simple, like do two ads, do two pictures. You can You can go on Fiverr and pay someone $5 to make a good image ad for you. Um, or you could do it yourself if you know how to do it. If they have any video that they have, if they already have content like a blog post or something,
Mm-hmm.
definitely use that as well. Like if they have a video that they've tried to use to get customers, if the video is good enough, you can run that as an ad. You can use their resources too to run
Mm-hmm.
ads for them. So yeah, just
Yeah.
start out with two ad sets. Make sure you get the targeting and the research done on point, and make sure you do all the research beforehand because this is your shot and you don't want to mess it up. So, but in short,
Yes.
keep it simple. Two ad sets, two ads. That's start. You can obviously do more, but don't put too much thought into like, oh, how many ads. Just get it started, get it done.
Yeah. Let's go. Well, lastly, what is the best free tools I need to use for to give client result? Like for example, Facebook ads, and what's the other source tools that can provide result for the client?
Oh yeah, so I'm actually so many video ideas. I actually just recently got like certified and mastered not well yeah mastered Google Ads and become an expert at that. So if you can get some good background on Google Ads because that's really good for any business. And most businesses, they
SEO.
may be hesitant with Facebook ads, but everyone knows that Google and like Google ads, they'll be a lot more interested in you if you do know that very well. So if you're gonna learn another platform, I really highly recommend learning Google ads as well. Does that
Uh,
answer your question?
yeah, that's great.
But you
Well,
don't stress about it. You don't really have to like really focus on Google ads, but just be a master at Facebook ads. Know the ins and outs of that. But if you have time and if you do have like the spare knowledge and you do want to learn about it, I recommend doing Google ads as well.
yeah, because the curiosity of having an agency. I watch a lot of gurus, and they said this, and then SMMA turning to digital marketing. So a lot of things do.
Yeah,
So that's why.
it's just the thing with the internet, especially nowadays. There's a lot of information out there, but you just don't know what to follow or you don't know what to do. I felt that too, like just looking at all these YouTube videos, looking at what everyone else is doing. And the best thing is just to choose something that you like, that you feel you relate to. Give it your best go at it for a week, and then if it's not working for you, you can pack in the towel and try something else. Or if it does work for you, keep going at it. So just try the recommendations that I did here. If it works for you, awesome, great. If it doesn't, then we can hop on another call and you can ask me some more suggestions for some more strategies. But give it a shot, give it an honest shot for a week, and then um, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But I really highly, if you can, go to networking events um, in your area, get some case studies, get some experience, and that way you'll feel a lot more confident too with those case studies to like reach out to clients as well. But feel free to go to networking events. Try to look for like online groups and online networking events, since where like you can meet your potential clients as well. Because I feel like the face to face, the face to face, what's it called, interaction is a lot better.
Yeah. Well, as far as I want to, but I'm looking for the clients in the other country. So
Yeah.
well.
So yeah, it can be very hard for you because you can't
Yeah.
take a plane ride every time. Yeah. All right. So
Well,
do you have any more
yeah.
questions? Um.
Well, man, it's really great and honor to talk to you about regarding this, and then it's a lot of learning.
Yeah.
Well,
It is. It
see
is.
you.
It's ever learning process. So
Yeah, the good thing. Well, thank you so much for your time, and going to put some a lot of questions. Maybe we can talk to again. Then looking forward a lot of your videos so I can learn more
yeah.
about
This gave me a lot
SMMA.
of video ideas. So yeah. Thanks, Joam, and I'll catch you later. And don't feel free to don't contact me when you want to. You know how to.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right. Take
yeah.
care,
I get
man.
it. Thank you so much for your time, Aaron, and uh, helped me a lot starting in my agency. Thank you so much. Have a nice night in your area. From here, it's morning.
You
So,
too. Oh, have a good day, man. Uh,
yeah.
have a good one. See you later.
Okay.